Hello viewers. So in today's lecture we are going to take up some important problems related to differentiation. In this lecture we are going to find the derivative of some functions in which different concepts are used. So let us first take the problem of finding the derivative of the function fx is equal to say 3x plus 2 whole square, right? Suppose we have to find the derivative of f. So what we will do, we will write d by dx of f, and here we'll use the chain rule. In chain rule, what we will do, we'll first find the expression or the derivative where this rule is used, right? X raised to n is the derivative of x raised to n is nx n minus 1. So if we assume this whole expression as x, then we apply this rule to this function. So we'll have 2 times, that is nx n minus 1. So we have 2 times 3x plus 2, and we have 2 minus 1. Then we have to differentiate this function, right? So we'll write d by dx of 3x plus 2. Clear? So if we simplify it, we have 2 times of 3x plus 2. Here we have 2 minus 1 is 1, and the derivative of x is 1. So we are left with only 3, because the derivative of this constant is 0, right? So 3 2s are 6. So we have 6 times 3x plus 2, or we can write it as 6 3s are 18, x plus 12. So this is the derivative of this function. Now viewers, let us find the derivative of sine x square, right? So what we will do, we'll have d by dx of fx, and first we will take this whole function, that is the derivative of sine is cos, right? So we have the derivative of sine x square is cos x square, and then by chain rule we will differentiate this function, right? So we'll have d by dx of x square. So this is cos x square times the derivative of x square is 2x by using this rule. So we can write it as 2x times cos x square. So this is the derivative of sine x square. Suppose we have to find the derivative of say tan x plus 1 square, right? So what we will do here, we'll again use the chain rule. First we will differentiate this whole function, right? So what is the derivative of tan x? The derivative of tan x is secant square x. So we have sec square x plus 1 square, right? And then we will differentiate this function, that is x plus 1 square. So we can write it as sec square x plus 1 square times the derivative of x plus 1 square. Again we'll make use of the chain rule. So we'll make use of this formula, and we have 2 times of x plus 1, and it is 2 minus 1 times the derivative of x plus 1, right? The derivative of x plus 1. So we can simplify it. This is secant square x plus 1 square times this is 2 minus 1, so we have 2 2 times of x plus 1 and the derivative of x plus 1 is 1. The derivative of 1 is 0. So if we simplify it, we can write it as 2 times of x plus 1 times sec square x plus 1 square, right? Now let us take this problem. Here we have the function y equal to sine x square plus 1, and we have to find the derivative of this function. So the derivative is dy over dx. What is the derivative of sine x? The derivative of sine x is cos x, right? So first we will write the derivative of sine x square plus 1 plus 5, which is cos x square plus 5, and now we will differentiate this function. Clear? Because using the chain rule. So the derivative of x square plus 5. So we can write cos x square plus 5, and the derivative is of this expression is 2x. So we can write 2x cos x square plus 5. So this is the required derivative. Now here we can do it by another method, and the other method is suppose we have this function, let t is equal to x square plus 5, right? Suppose we assume x square plus 5 is equal to t. So the function y becomes sine of t. Now what we will do, we will find we have to find dy over dx. So we can write it d by dx of sine t, right? Now here the variable is t and here the variable is x. So we'll first differentiate this sine with respect to t, right? And then we'll have dx over dt. Now the derivative of sine is cosine t times dx over dt. Now from here we will find dx over dt. If we differentiate both sides, we get dt over dx is 2x. So therefore we can write here please correct it. Here we have d by dt of sine t, so we'll have t here and x here, right? So kindly correct it. So we have dt over dx. So we have the derivative of sine is cos t times dt over dx is 2 times of x. So we can write it as 2x, and if we substitute the value of t as x square plus 5, we have cos of x square plus 5. So this is the required derivative. So see, this expression and this expression, both these are same. Now we have just solved this problem, and let us solve this one. And again I am using the second method here. So let t is equal to square root of x, right? So we'll find dt over dx, and dt over dx is 1 over 2 square root of x. Clear? Now this expression becomes y is equal to cos of t, because for under root x we have written t, so y equal to cos t. Now we have to find dy over dx. So we differentiate both sides with respect to x. So we have d by dx of cos t. Now see, here the variable is t, here we have x. So let us make it t. So we have a derivative of cos t with respect to t, and then we'll write here dt over dx. Clear? So the derivative of cos t is minus sine t, and dt over dx is 1 over 2 root x, right? So we'll again substitute the value of t as square root of x. Clear? So we have sine minus sine square root of x times 2 over root x. So this is the required derivative of this function. Now let us solve this problem. Here we have to find the derivative of y with respect to x, and the function is sec tan square root of x. So secant of tan root x. Now here's what we will do here. Again we can apply this method, that is the chain rule. So what we will do, let us assume this expression as t, right? So we have t is equal to tangent of square root of x. So therefore this expression becomes sec t, right? Okay, now dy over dx can now be written as d by dx of sec t. Clear? And this can be written as, because this is in variable t and this is in x, so we write it here t. So this is the derivative of secant t, and here we have to write dt over dx. Clear? Now the derivative of sec x is sec t tan t, right? This is we have got from the direct formula, that is secant t tan t, and the derivative of t with respect to x can be obtained from this expression. So from here we have dt over dx can be written as the derivative of tan theta is secant square theta, so we have sec square of root x, and then we differentiate root x, and it is 1 over 2 times of square root of x. So we substitute this value here. So we have secant square of root x times 1 over 2 root x. Now if we substitute the value of t here, we get secant of tan root x, then we have tan t, so we can write tan of tan root x, right? And then we can write secant square root x, and then we have 1 over 2 root x. Clear? So this is the required derivative of this function. Now let us find the derivative of this function with respect to x. So here we have the function y equal to cosine of sine 2x. So here's what we will do. We can take it t equal to sine 2x, and therefore y becomes cosine of t, right? So dy over dx can be written as d by dx of cos t, which can further be written as d by dt of cos t times dt over dx. Clear? Now the derivative of cos t with respect to t is minus of sin t, and dt over dx can be obtained from here. So dt by dx can be written as sin 2x. The derivative of sin is cos, so this is cos 2x, and then by chain rule the derivative of 2x is 2. So this is 2 times of cos 2x. So if we substitute it here, we get 2 cos 2x, right? So we can write minus 2 cos 2x and sin t. So we have sin, and then for t we can substitute sin 2x, right? So this is the derivative of this function. Now let us take this problem. Here we have to find the derivative of y is equal to e raised to x cube. Now here we should remember that the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. This is the exponential function, and the derivative of log x is 1 over x, right? So let us differentiate this function. So what we can do, again what we will do, we can substitute t equal to x cube, right? So this expression becomes y is equal to e raised to t, because x cube is t. Now dy over dx can be written as dy dt of e raised to t times dt over dx. Clear? So the derivative of exponential function is the exponential function, so we have e raised to t, and times dt over dx can be obtained from here. See, if we differentiate t with respect to x, so we get 3x square, right? So if we substitute it here, we have 3x square, and now we can write it 3x square e raised to for t we can write x cube. Clear? So this is the required derivative. Clear? Let us take one more problem. Suppose we have y e raised to sine inverse x. Clear? Now here I am not using this concept of substitution. Now I will be directly writing the derivative. How? Let us see. So we have to find dy over dx. So what we will do, the derivative of, we know that the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. Clear? So for the time being, let us assume that sine inverse x is x. So the derivative of this whole quantity is e raised to sine x, sine inverse of x, sorry. This is e raised to sine inverse of x. Now find the derivative of this function, that is the derivative of sine inverse x. So here's we will get e raised to sine inverse x times the derivative of sine inverse x is 1 over square root of 1 minus x square. Clear? So therefore our result is e raised to sine inverse x divided by 1 minus x square. Clear? Now let us take this function. Here we have y equal to log of cosine of x, and we have to find the derivative dy over dx. Now here's we know that the derivative of log x, as we have just seen, is 1 over x, right? So the derivative of log of cosine x is 1 over cos x. Clear? And then we will differentiate this function. What we have done here, first we will assume this cosine of x as a single variable, that is x. So if we apply this formula, then we get 1 over cosine of x. Then we will differentiate this cosine of x, and the derivative of cosine of x is minus of sine x. Clear? So this is minus sine x divided by cos x equal to minus tan x. So this is the required derivative. Clear? Let us take one more problem. Suppose we have say y is equal to log of say cos inverse of x. Then what we will do, we'll do it like this, dy over dx. Then again we'll make use of this formula and we'll assume cos inverse x as x, right? So this is log of x, we can assume it like this, log of x. So the derivative is 1 over x. So the derivative of this function is 1 over cos inverse of x, and then we'll differentiate this function. So the derivative of cos inverse x is minus of 1 over square root of 1 minus x square. So here's the final derivative is minus of 1 over cos inverse x times 1 minus x square. Clear? So this is the derivative. Again, let us take one more problem. Suppose we have y is equal to log of log x. So what we will do in this case, again we have to find dy over dx. So what we will do, log of log x. So again we'll take this log x as x. So the derivative is 1 over x. So we have 1 over log x, and then the derivative of log x is 1 over x. So the derivative is x 1 over x log x, right? Let us take one more problem. Suppose we have to differentiate y is equal to log of cos e raised to x. So here's again we'll make use of the chain rule. See, log of cosine of e raised to x. Again we'll assume this whole quantity as x. So the derivative of log x is 1 over x. So we have 1 over cos of e raised to x. Now we have to find the derivative of this function. That is, we can also write it like this, d by dx of cos e raised to x. Now this is 1 over cos e raised to x times the derivative of cos theta is sin theta. So we have minus of sin e raised to x, and then the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, right? Now we can write it like this, minus of sin e raised to x divided by cos e raised to x times e raised to x. So where's this quantity becomes minus of tan e raised to x, because sin theta over cos theta is tan theta. So we have tan e raised to x times e raised to x. So this is the required derivative. Now let us take this problem. Here we have to find the derivative of y is equal to cos log x plus e raised to x. So here's again we'll make use of the chain rule, and let me take this expression as t here. So let t is equal to log x plus e raised to x. So therefore y becomes cos t. Clear? Y becomes cos of t. Now dy over dx can be written as t by dx of cosine of t. Now again, as we have just discussed, this is t, and here we have x, so we will write here t, and here we will write dt over dx, dt over dx. So here's the derivative of cos t is minus of sin t, and dt over dx will be obtained from here. So dt over dx is the derivative of log x is 1 over x, and the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, right? So here we will write 1 over x plus e raised to x, and if we substitute the value of t as log x plus e raised to x, we have minus sin log x plus e raised to x times 1 over x plus e raised to x. So this is the required derivative. Now let us take this problem. We have to find the derivative of this function, that is y equal to e raised to x times sin x. So here we see that this is the product of two functions. This is the product of two functions, and in order to find its derivative, say this is u and say this is v. So here we have to find the derivative of the product of u and v, which can be written as first function derivative of second plus second derivative of first, right? So dy over dx can be written as d by dx of e raised to x sin x, and this is e raised to x times derivative of sin x, plus we have sin x derivative of e raised to x. Now the derivative of sin x is cos x, so here we have cos x plus sine x, and here the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So if we take e raised to x common, so we have e raised to x times cos x plus sine x. So this is the required derivative. Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have y equal to cos x over log x. So this is a quotient of two functions, that is u over v, and we know that the formula for finding out the derivative of a quotient of two functions is v times du over dx minus u times dv over dx divided by v square, right? So here u is cos x and v is log x. So we can write it as d over dx of cos x divided by log x. Now what we can do here, we have v as log x, so we have log x square, and then here we have v, so we have log x times derivative of cos x minus cos x times derivative of log x, right? So we can write log x times the derivative of cos x is minus sine x, and here we have minus cos x times derivative of log x is 1 over x, and this is log x square, right? Now if we simplify this expression, we can take minus sine as common, so we have sine x times log of x plus cos x divided by x times 1 over log x square. Clear? Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have to find the derivative of square root of e raised to square root of x with respect to x. So what we will do here, we will again make use of chain rule, and let say t is equal to e raised to square root of x. Clear? So therefore this function becomes square root of t, and dy over dx can be written as d by dx of square root of t, right? So again, here we have t, here we have x. So what we will do, we will write d by dt, will replace this x by t here, and then here we have to write dt over dx. Clear? I have already explained chain rule in my earlier video. So the derivative of square root of t is 1 over 2 root t, and dt over dx will be obtained from this expression. So dt over dx is equal to the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, so we have e raised to square root of x, and then we will differentiate square root of x, which is 1 over 2 times square root of x. So whereas here if we substitute this value, so we get e raised to square root of x divided by 2 root x. Clear? So this is 1 over 4, 2 to the 4, and we have square root of t times square root of x, so we can write square root of tx, and here we have e raised to square root of x. Clear? Now for t we will substitute this value, so this is 1 over 4 square root of tx. So for t we have this expression, so we have e raised to square root of x times x, and here we have e raised to square root of x, right? Now this expression can further be simplified, because here we have e raised to root x and here also we have square root of e raised to root x. So here we can write it as 1 over 4 times of root x and multiplied e raised to square root of x, and we have because here we have power 1, and the exponent of this whole quantity is 1, right? And here the exponent of e raised to root x is half, so we have 1 minus half, that is equal to half. So here we can write square root of e raised to root x. Clear? So this is the final answer. Now viewers, let us solve some problems related to derivatives of implicit functions. Viewers, I have already uploaded a detailed video regarding the derivatives of implicit functions. Just for the sake of revision, I am taking some problems here. So here we have to find the derivative dy over dx if x square plus xy plus y square is equal to 100. So in such cases, what we do, we differentiate both sides, right? We differentiate both sides with respect to x. Clear? So the derivative of x square is 2x, and here we have the product of two functions. So what we will do, first function derivative of second plus second derivative of first, right? And then we have plus the derivative of y square is 2y dy over dx, and this is a constant, so the derivative of 100 is 0, right? So viewers, I have already uploaded a video on implicit functions in which I have explained how the derivative of y square is 2y dy over dx. Clear? Now if we simplify this expression, we have 2x plus x, this is dy over dx, and plus y, and the derivative of x with respect to x is 1, so we have y times 1, which is y, plus 2y dy over dx equal to 0. Now if we combine the terms, we have 2x plus y, this term and this term, and then we have x plus 2y times dy over dx equal to 0. Taking this term to this side, we have x plus 2y dy over dx is equal to minus of 2x plus y, and dy over dx can be written as minus 2x plus y divided by x plus 2y. Clear? So this is the required derivative of this function, or you can say the derivative of y with respect to x. Clear? So here x is known as the independent variable and y is known as dependent variable. Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have to find dy over dx if xy plus ay square equal to cos y. Now again, as we have done in this example, let us differentiate both sides. So here it is the product of two functions, so we have first function derivative of second plus y times derivative of x, which is 1, right? Plus this is a constant, this is a, and the derivative of y square is 2y dy over dx, and the derivative of cos y is minus sin y, and again by chain rule we have here dy over dx. Now here's how we have written this the derivative of cos y, as minus sine y times dy over dx. I have already explained it in the chapter derivatives, where we have discussed the concept of chain rule. So always remember the derivative of cos x, because this is the derivative of cos x with respect to x, this is minus of sine x, but the derivative of cos y with respect to x is, first we will differentiate cos y with respect to y, which is minus sine y, and then we'll differentiate y with respect to x, right? So see the difference. Here we have the derivative of cos x as simply minus sine x. Here we have the derivative of cosine y with respect to x as minus sine y times dy over dx. Clear? So let us arrange this expression. So we have x plus this term and this term. So we have x plus 2ay times dy over dx plus y is equal to minus sine y dy over dx. Clear? Now taking this term to this side, we have x plus 2ay plus sine y times dy over dx equal to minus y, right? So therefore this expression can be written as dy over dx is equal to minus y divided by x plus 2ay plus sine y. So here's, this is the value of dy over dx. Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have to find dy over dx if y is equal to cos inverse 2x over 1 plus x square. Now viewers, I have already discussed the derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions in my earlier videos, and let us solve this problem. Here we will make use of the substitution method, and how we will do it, we'll substitute, let x is equal to tan theta. So we have to make a proper substitution, and here it is x equal to tan theta. So this expression, that is y is equal to cos inverse, and here we have 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, right? Now we know that this expression is equal to sine 2 theta, right? Because the formula for sine 2 theta is 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Now here we can write it as y equal to cos inverse, and sine 2 theta can be written as cos pi by 2 minus 2 theta, right? Because cos pi by 2 minus x, cos pi by 2 minus x is equal to sine x. So sine 2 theta can be written like this. Clear? Now by the property of inverse functions, we have this cos and this cos inverse will disappear, and here we have pi by 2 minus 2 theta, right? Now for the value of theta, we can write here theta is equal to tan inverse of x, right? So therefore y equal to pi by 2 minus 2 times of tan inverse x. Clear? So we have reduced this expression into this expression. Now we can easily find the derivative. So dy over dx is equal to, this is a constant, so the derivative is 0, minus 2 times derivative of tan inverse x is 1 over 1 plus x square. So this can be written as minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square, right? So this is the required derivative. Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have to find dy over dx if y is equal to sine inverse 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square. Viewers, again in such type of problems we have to remember the proper substitution, and here the proper substitution is x is equal to tan theta, right? And if we substitute x is equal to tan theta in this expression, we have y is equal to sine inverse 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, right? Now this can be further simplified as 1 minus tan square theta over 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but cos of 2 theta, right? This is cosine of 2 theta. Now from trigonometry we can write y is equal to sine inverse, and this cos 2 theta can be expressed as sine of pi by 2 minus 2 theta, right? Now by the definition of inverse function, this sine inverse and this sine will disappear, and we have y equal to pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Now from here theta can be tan inverse x, so y can be written as pi by 2 minus 2 times of tan inverse x, right? Now if we differentiate both sides with respect to x, we get the derivative of pi by 2 is 0, and the derivative of tan inverse x is 1 over 1 plus x square. So here's this is equal to minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square. So this is the required derivative dy over dx when the function y equal to sine inverse 1 minus x square over 1 plus x square is given.